What happens to the Fury Usyk fight card now? Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to Me Edson. I hope you're well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So, what happens to the fight card now? Because Tyson Fury has had to pull out the Usyk fight, the undisputed fight, in Saudi Arabia this month. What's going to happen to it? Are they just going to cancel it? What about all those fights that we're kind of looking forward to as well? Well, could they step up? Could the co-main event, could that step up? But then it kind of really makes a mockery of that whole fight card. The whole fight card was for the undisputed. It's the Ring of Fire. That's what we want to see. They're already talking about Usyk maybe staying on. The card hasn't been cancelled yet. Maybe Usyk fights somebody else. Well, who's he going to fight? Well, they're already talking now. Well, Hergovic has thrown his hat into the ring and said, look, I can fight. I'll fight for the IBF title. I'll fight for all three belts that you've got. I will fight you. Usyk might be forced to fight by the IBF. If he doesn't fight, then he's going to have to vacate his belt. The winner of this undisputed was always going to likely have to vacate some of their belts, or at least a couple of their belts, and certainly possibly the IBF, because whoever was the winner was not going to be able to fight a mandatory, which is likely to be Hergovic, for the IBF. Now, if we take a step back, when Joshua beat Wallin on December 23rd, we're basically saying that Joshua now has gone in at number 2. Hergovic is number 1 in the IBF rankings. They're going to have to duke it out to be the number 1 contender to either fight Usyk, or when the IBF bout is vacated, they'll duke it out and one of them will become the IBF world champion. So that was kind of what was happening. This was before the Ngannou-AJ fight was announced, of course. This is kind of what was really going to happen. That's what everybody was aiming at. Certainly that's what we thought AJ was aiming at in terms of becoming a 3-time world champion. But now, because Fury has pulled out of the Usyk fight, it's thrown everything up in the air. Usyk has to fight to satisfy the mandatory requirements. The leading mandatory requirement is the IBF. So maybe this Hergovic fight might happen. It certainly might happen. We also got to look at, is there anybody else that we hadn't even thought about? Can they step up into the ring and fight Usyk? Well, even if he does, even if he wanted to take on this fight, then he's going to have to wait maybe 3 or 4 or 5 months to fight Tyson Fury. That's if he comes through it. There's always going to be an element of risk here, and certainly in heavyweight boxing, no matter how good Usyk is, that he could either get injured or he could lose a fight. So whatever happens, that could derail any future fights with Fury. If he loses, then obviously he's not going to be able to take those bouts that he had into the Fury fight. So there's no more undisputed. Whoever beats Usyk, if that happens, then that will be the fight with Tyson Fury for the undisputed. So it kind of makes a mockery of the whole thing now. What does Saudi Arabia do? Well, basically, I think they've got to either run the fight card, get somebody else to headline the bill, or bump up the card so somebody else comes on, or bring somebody else in as well to have a highlighter fight just on that fight card. Usyk, pull him out of there and just save him for the Fury fight. But as I say, in the meantime, the IBF or the WBA might say, hey, hold on a minute, you've got to fight a mandatory. Well, if that's the case, then he's going to have to fight before the Fury fight anyway, or he's going to have to vacate the bout. If he vacates the bout, then guess what? He can't fight Tyson Fury for the undisputed. This has really turned into a bit of a headache, not only for the Saudis, but for all of the boxing sanctioning bodies. They needed Fury and Usyk to fight so that the subsequent fights and the subsequent challenges could go ahead. Now it's not happening. It's either going to be Usyk has to fight, and he has to fight Hergovic, as either Usyk has to fight, and he has to fight Hergovic as the number 1 ranked contender for the IBF. If Usyk wins, will take place later in the year, let's say August. That's probably where we're looking at. Even though Tyson Fury might be ready by June to get back into the ring, it won't happen because Usyk's going to have to fight in the meantime. So, I I've got a feeling, I've just got a feeling that they're going to keep the card on. They're going to keep the card on, but I'm not sure if Usyk will stay on. I've got a feeling that they're going to bump up the order, pad it out with a couple more fights as well. See if they can get some other fighters at short notice, at high profile fighters at short notice to pad that card as well. They're going to get Usyk possibly on another fight or save him for the Fury fight. But this is all dependent. It's all dependent on the IBF, what they do. If the and this is, I've got a feeling this is what the Saudis and all the promoters are feeling out now. The sanctioning bodies, all three of them, in terms of the WBA, WBO, and the IBF. You know, can you guys wait? Can you guys wait for the Fury Usyk fight? If they say yes, then Usyk won't be on the card. He'll wait until the Fury fight. If they say no, I think that's going to force Usyk to have a fight, and I think he probably will stay on the card based upon that. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notifications bell for all future videos, and I will catch you again on another video coming very soon. Catch you again. Bye now.